This is episode 2 of our ramble around Southern California, which is our backyard. Also, an interview with someone who bought a Pleasure Way Lexor on the rental market, and that will be at the end of the video. So I'll put a marker in this video so you can just skip to that if you're not interested in anything else.
I see it in your eyes. Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me. Baby, I will always stay with you. So put your trust in me. We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you'll have mine. You and I wanna leave everything behind. If you wanted to, promise you we will be.
We just spent 2 nights with hookups at the Cattail Cove campground, and Arizona does a good job with their campgrounds. This had really nice showers included in the price, and some hiking trails. No bike trails though. I have pretty much switched to just using Dawn soap in the black and gray tanks. I usually I just kind of eyeball it, maybe 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup, something like that. But first we have some laundry to do and get some supplies and then head out. This may be the nicest laundromat I've ever been to. The Wi-Fi was screaming fast. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Better than at home. So if you need to do laundry, the washers take credit cards, which was great. Yeah. Super clean, dried real fast. It was a great laundromat. So if you're in Lake Havasu, you're looking for a place to do your laundry and download some stuff, this is the place to go. Now, we've been to Lake Havasu before, and I recorded an episode about Lake Havasu. It was a weekend, and having not planned ahead, the campground right in Lake Havasu, the state park, was booked. So I then checked the one that's 20 miles south of that one. It's called Cattail Cove, and they had availability. So we checked into Cattail Cove, and I basically spent most of the time editing, although they did have a couple of short little hikes around that area. It was nice to be able to occasionally get out and stretch my legs. So right now I'm on my way down to the beach because I use this vehicle quite often just to be able to get away for the quiet time that I need to focus on getting these videos out. John occasionally goes down there and watches football games, but I just can't, I have a hard time doing this when I'm distracted. I can also tell that I left something. Oh no, that rattle that you hear is the MCD shade on the sliding door. Usually, I forgot to do this, but usually you have to pull it down just a little bit, otherwise it just hits the glass, and that's what you're hearing there. Wow, it's a gorgeous day today. First, I want to say thank you very much to everybody that put a comment as a result of my question last week. I was overwhelmed by the responses. They were fun to read. It gives me an opportunity to kind of see how other people are traveling and their progression, because a bunch of people have had different rigs, and I will be continuing to refine that list and bring it to you in I'm not sure which video, but it will be coming up because I want to share a few things from that. And we are at the beach. I'm always looking for interesting people to interview when we're traveling, and you do meet the most interesting people. Sometimes people don't want to be interviewed, but in this case, I really lucked out. I scored big with 2 interviews. The first one that I'm going to bring to you today, there was a couple we met at a campground that were from Edmonton, Canada, and they were in a Pleasure Way Lexor that had been purchased off the rental market from a company called CanaDream. On our trip to Alaska, we ran into CanaDream vehicles all over the place, all over Canada. And they had Class Cs, and they had lots of Bs, and they had pickup trucks with the camper shell. And as far as I know, all of the Class B rigs that they have are upfitted by Pleasure Way. So you know the quality is going to be really high. Well, Darrell agreed to sit down with me and tell me about his experience of purchasing. I have emailed the company to see if I can get some more details for you. And if you're interested in actually trying a rig out before you buy, I don't think there's a better way than to fly into one of the locations that CanaDream has in Canada, Edmonton, Calgary, Whitehorse. What a great jumping off spot that would be. They have a couple back east, Halifax, and I think somewhere in Ontario, maybe Toronto. Anyway, you can go to their website and you can see where they have offices. I don't know where they sell all these, but again, if I get any information back from them, I will put it in the description box. And I thought that was a great option for a lot of you who don't want to buy new, but you would like something that's fairly new and not too heavily used. It sounded like a great option. So whether you rent or you buy, I hope some of you find this helpful.
State Park.
Yes. John and I are in Valley of Fire State Park, just east of Las Vegas, and we're at a campground called Atlatl. I don't know where it gets that name, but that's kind of a strange name. And we ran into a couple from Alberta, Canada. They are in a Pleasure Way Lexor. FL.
Which means front lounge.
Okay, and we found out that they actually got this rig, they bought it used from CanaDreams, and most Americans are not familiar with CanaDream. Actually, it's singular, right? So I thought it would be great to have Darrell come on, and this is Darrell, I don't know if I introduced you or not, have Darrell talk about how he happened to buy this from this rental company, and a little bit about the rental company, and anything you know that might help people if they're interested in buying a used van.
Mm-hmm. We did research for about a year into all types of RVs, and really didn't even consider the Class Bs until we started looking at the state parks in the U.S. and what you can fit and what you can't fit. 95% of the state parks in the USA can't fit anything over 25 feet. So this works out to be 21 feet 9 inches, I believe. So it's on the Ram ProMaster 3500. It's got a rear bed. I don't know if they can see in, but it's really nice. You can open up the back doors, and we really wanted that exposure because a lot of them will have a bathroom in the back. Well, that really cuts down a complete viewing angle from your van, and I know yours is the same. It's got the rear bed, and then we have a mid bathroom on it, a 3-piece wet bath, and we shower in it every day. I believe our vehicle holds 35 gallons of fresh water, 22 gray, and 12 black. So we can go about 3-4 days. Showers are quick, but really it's all you need.
So you don't use like a campground shower?
I never do. Maria does sometimes, but
well,
I never.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8.5".
Okay, and Maria is
5'1".
Okay. So you'd never see John who's 6'5" in one of these things.
So we can stand. I think this is 6'1" inside. So there's tons of room for us. Yeah.
Okay. So you're on your first few weeks of a 5-month trip through the U.S.
Yes, okay. We left Edmonton on Friday. Today's Wednesday.
Yes. Wow.
Wednesday today.
Wow. You put on some miles.
We did. We put on, I think, about 23 or 2,400 kilometers. And we're staying here again tonight, and then tomorrow I think we'll head into the Las Vegas area, Lake Havasu, spend some time in Arizona, California, and then off to Texas, Corpus Christi, Padre Island, come back up through Florida, Toronto, and then head back to Edmonton, probably by the end of March. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you asked about the purchase of this.
Yes, so I think people would be interested to know how they might be able to purchase a used, because it's really hard to find pleasure ways. They have a shortage of especially the Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
They have a shortage of vans because Amazon purchased 10,000, 20,000 of their vans. So it might be easier to find one on a Ram chassis, but a lot of people are looking for a used rig. So tell us about CanaDream and how you happen to land on that.
Yeah, I looked new, and of course the price is very expensive. And CanaDream, I saved about $30,000. It was 1 year old, so it's a 2018 chassis with a 2019 build. I had them add on 2 more solar panels. It came with 1. So I've got just about 300 watts of solar. I've got 2 lithium batteries. And I have powered an Instant Pot from the battery, not plugged in, they're really, really powerful. So we drove out to Airdrie. We're from Edmonton, but the Pleasure Way, the CanaDream dealership there is very, very tiny. Whereas in Airdrie, at any given time in the fall, winter, they have up to 200 vans. And they're selling these things.
So they only keep their van for a year?
1 or 2 years. Yeah, and then they get rid of them and they bring the next year on. Plus, they will take vehicles in trade. I traded off. I had a brand new vehicle that I traded, and they took it in trade. And they said, whenever we're ready to get rid of this, come back, and they'll give us top dollar for it. And so we went out there and took a look. Took a few of them out for a test drive, and went back to Edmonton. Thought about it, and ended up going with the Ram ProMaster. Just for ease of servicing. Diesel's great, lots of power, everything, it's great. But my service was at Jiffy Lube. And it's basically got a 3.6 liter Jeep engine in it, lots of power and incredible gas mileage.
So what are the advantages of buying, well, first of all, can Americans go up there and buy rigs?
I think anybody can buy them. When I look at the price of Pleasure Ways in the USA, and we have Auto Trader. There's another name you have. I can't quite remember.
AutoNation?
No, not AutoNation. There's another one, but it's basically...
Oh, RV Trader,
That's the one,
okay.
Yes. So if I'm paying, for a round number, 100,000 Canadian, it seems that it's also 100,000 US. So you're paying a lot of extra money by buying in the US, whereas in Canada, if I equate, and I won't say exactly what I paid for this, but I stole it. If I would have gone to the USA to buy it, these are made in, it's the Ram ProMaster chassis, but then Pleasure Way, which you have as well, is made in Saskatoon. So it's a Canadian company, and absolute quality, and I think you can attest to that,
yes.
no problems.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Pleasure Way made a bunch of new rigs for CanaDream on the Ford chassis this last year.
Yes.
So it sounds like those will be coming up for sale.
Yep. I took one of those for a ride, and they're beautiful. The cabinetry is all made by the Amish, so it's that interlocking. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
But really nice dovetailing.
Dovetail,
yeah. Undermount lighting inside. Really nice. The thing that steered me towards this was the high quality of the bed and the mattress. It's all memory foam, and it's really thick, and it's as comfortable really as my bed at home. Plus, it's a king size bed.
Yes, width-wise.
Width-wise,
Yes.
yeah, and lengthwise. Well, I'm kind of short, so
you guys can sleep this way. No, you're a little tall for that.
We have slept this way by only putting the sofa down, not including the 2 love seats, and we fit perfect. But it's nice to have that extra space widthwise. Yeah.
Now, were you concerned about we always think of a rental, something that's come off the rental market, as maybe being a little beat up and that people don't care about it and it's got issues. So What were your concerns there?
I really didn't. After reading other reviews about people that purchased from CanaDream, I didn't have any. They don't allow the rental market to use the TV or the awning.
Do they remove them?
No, they keep them in. They just disconnect them.
Oh, how interesting.
Awnings were getting ripped off.
Yeah.
And TVs, they're on that swing-out
Yeah.
bar. They were getting ripped off as well. So those have never been used. It's typically people from Asia and from Europe that are coming over and renting them for a season. And they're driving back and forth between Vancouver and Banff and Jasper. And the servicing, I have all the service records. They're impeccably maintained.
Now, down here, I don't know if it's the same in Canada, but in the U.S., the warranty is not transferable to a new owner.
It's not, which I think that's a fault of Pleasure Way. They should have, even if they
I've
just
said the
give,
same thing.
If they give you a year or two, because the original warranty on these is 5 years. We ended up getting a third-party warranty for 3 months. Never had to use it. I don't know how good a third-party warranty is. I don't have much faith in it. And we could have bought an extended warranty that would have cost $2,000 or $3,000, but that $2,000 or $3,000 can go a long way if something breaks down. Now, I've got all the service manuals that I carry with me all the time. Everything is under warranty.
Yeah, well, every device in there has its own
Yes.
warranty, right?
Its
So it's
own-
coming
yes.
from the manufacturer. And some of them are 1 year, some are 2 years, some are maybe more. But yes, you're correct. I think those extended warranties are a waste of money, especially with Pleasure Way, and I'm sure your Ram, but the Ram warranty is still good.
That Ram, I think
Yeah.
I've got 100,000 kilometers total van that is covered, but not the build from Pleasure Way.
The build.
Yeah.
And we haven't had any issues with the build quality. I think one cupboard thing came off, but that was, they fixed it and no problems.
I actually did have.
Oh, and then our bed, we had a bed issue.
Okay, the little mechanism that holds the cupboard open,
Yes.
one of them wasn't working right, and I got hold of Pleasure Way, and even though it's not under warranty, they sent me the part free of charge.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
yeah.
really pleasant to deal with.
That's great. So you haven't had any issues with, buying it through CanaDream or
Absolutely.
no issues with the van, that sort of thing?
Nothing whatsoever.
How many miles again did it have on it?
It
when
had 25,000 kilometers, so that's, convert that to miles, that's,
less than 20,000 miles.
yeah, it's not very many.
Probably 17, 18,000 miles, something like that.
And we've now slept about 50 nights in it. We use it a lot during the summer, and no issues. It's been so amazing. I probably have better sleeps in there than at home.
Well, I'm fascinated by this, for people being able to maybe go to Canada, because you can't go to Canada and buy a rig from Pleasure Way. They will only sell through
Yeah.
dealers. But for somebody particularly, wants to buy a used rig, being able to go to Canada and buy from CanaDream, was there a lot of competition in the buyer's side? Do you know? Did you
no,
were you able to
I-
negotiate with them, or is it pretty much this is the price?
A little bit. I think during the summertime, spring and summer, there'll be very little negotiations because they're all being used. But come fall, I've seen them drop their prices about 10 grand.
Wow.
So
So if they get so are they holding the rigs less than a year?
1 to 2 years. This
to
one
two,
was
okay.
this one was only used one season.
Wonder why.
They just want to keep the new stuff coming in. I think they must get some sort of break on price from Pleasure Way,
maybe.
and then they just keep turning them over. They also have a huge supply of camper vans and brand new trucks that they sell as well every year.
So like the trucks and the campers that go on the trucks, right?
Yes.
We saw another company up there, a lot of more toward the Alaska side, which is called Pleasure Way.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any Pleasure Ways.
I think they're more camper vans
Yeah,
and
they were-
Class C's.
Yeah,
I see a lot of those.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Class C's and the trucks with the camper shells on them. Yeah.
Yeah. We considered a Class C as well. We also considered a Class B+. Now, the B+ is just built out a little bit, but you can tell it's an RV. With these, for the average person, like this could be a passenger vehicle. We wanted something that we can park in any parking stall. We don't make reservations anywhere. We just go. We ended up here in this incredible place, no reservation. And so
Well, they don't take reservations here.
Oh, that's right. Yes, but it wouldn't have mattered because there's what's that land? Government land that you spoke of?
BLM.
Yeah, we could have. There's tons of vehicles parked out there. So we're heading out to Las Vegas, and then from there, who knows? But no reservations anywhere.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also want to mention that you told me yesterday that you have a brand new YouTube channel yourself.
Yeah.
You have one video up.
Yes.
But you're starting, something else. So tell us about that.
Yeah. So Live RV on YouTube.
LIV.
LIV RV, and then our website will be We Live RV. So it's WELIVRV.com, and I bought .ca as well. So we don't have a lot of cellular service here, but once we get out, I'm going to start developing the website. And I got a whole bunch of stuff to put on the YouTube channel as well. And it's surprising, with one video, I've already got some members. You're one of them.
We've signed up.
Yeah, I signed up to yours.
Yeah.
I don't know if you...
I will put a link to your channel below, and if people want to go check you out,
Okay.
they can.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be watching you to see your travels. Our paths might cross on this trip because we're going to be ending up in Florida in the winter time.
Yeah. Can I mention something else?
Yeah.
We are avid exercisers, and we live very clean, very healthy. I have just under here, I have a complete setup made from a deer hoist, where now a deer hoist, I'm not a hunter, but apparently you get a deer, you hoist it up, and you
to weigh
do
it and all
whatever.
that kind of, or
Yeah.
whatever they do.
So my brother-in-law converted it into a bar that comes out, up and over, and a chin-up bar, and we've got our straps with us as well, our TRX straps, and then we've got a set of power blocks. So no matter where we go, we have a home gym, and we love working out outside.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much. We've so enjoyed talking to you guys. We love Canadians. So thank you, and we will see you down the road, I bet. I have a
maybe
feeling,
when we're in California.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Yeah.
CanaDream rents a lot of different RVs. They rent Class Cs, and they rent pickup trucks with cabs on them, and a lot of vans. We saw a lot of CanaDream vans up there, and from what I could tell, they were all upfitted by Pleasure Way. About a year ago or so, I remember a video that Neil at Ultra Mobility did. He was at the Pleasure Way factory, and they were building on a Ford chassis. I don't know, I think it was 20 or 30, or I don't remember how many units, but I will put a link to Neil's video if you're interested in seeing that. So I want to thank Darrell and Maria for letting me see their rig and sharing their experiences. And next week we will be on to Lake Mead National Recreation Area.